Gustaf Rooth has drilled down to the core of his essence and found a place he not only calls home, but that also brings him back to his roots.
Here at the Design House, we are going to do everything from furniture to art to jewelry to music to food to wine to beer and everything kind of that has to do with design and entertainment. So basically it's an old European salon style house.
The Sweden-born artist, known as the founder of the popular and long-running gallery walk called Ray at Night on Ray Street, is now working on another mission, turning this more than 110-year-old home into a gathering spot for the art community.
When we took over this house about 11 months ago, it needed a lot of work. It was a florist for many, many, many years and unfortunately had a lot of water damage. First thing I did was take out my little ruler and I poked it everywhere, and wherever this thing went through, everything around it had to come out. So I tore out walls, I tore out floors, I tore out ceilings, I've tore out plumbing, I've tore out electrical, and then once you tear it out, you have to replace it. And that could be a tedious process, but what we really wanted to do was create a very sterile environment. I like a lot of color too, but I figured we'll turn the Design House stark white, museum white, which will lend to the artwork that hangs on the walls, to the exhibits that are on the floor. And
to pay for this space and fulfill his dream, Gustaf launched into a new artistic endeavor.
My brother-in-law, Robert Tinsley, came to me one day with a wine barrel stave and said, "You ever seen one of these?" And I said, "No."
Or that piece of wine barrel wood turned into this.
This piece right here is actually the first bourbon bench ever made. We make wine barrel furniture and bourbon barrel furniture. And I chose this one actually because this whole barrel was twisted. Sometimes the barrels come out twisted and they don't lend very well for our chairs. But this one landed perfect for this bench because it kind of has a funky twist on it. And it'll also be the first piece that I've ever painted anything on. And so it'll look great. It'll have 2 legs on this side, 2 legs on this side, a couple spans in the middle, and it'll look fantastic. Working with oak has never been my favorite thing. And the furniture I've done in the past, I've used teak and mahogany and rosewood and all these really fine exotic woods. Whereas if you dropped a piece of wood, if that was teak or mahogany, you like this stuff, it's durable and you can beat it up. But even the better part is like I don't have to mill it. It comes like this. So all I have to do is basically route it, sand it, seal it, put an oil on it, and then just assemble it just the way it is. This is actually what they call as a bung hole. So contrary to popular belief, it's not what other people think it is. And basically what a bung is a large brass rod that has a curve on it, that has an upside down bell on it. And what that does is allows the winemaker to gently dip into each barrel to taste the wine. And usually what they want to do in a barrel is reach the middle of the liquid to see if the tannins are really coming together, and you know, that's the classic wine tasting instrument. So that's a little bit of history on the bung hole.
From wine barrel furniture to art, Planet Rooth Design Haus is a collaborative effort. Gustaf's girlfriend, Anjela Piccard, brings her own unique fashion style.
It's one of my pieces. It's actually considered upcycling. I take a lot of different old items, vintage lucite, giant pieces of plexi, quite literally engine blocks, motorcycle parts, skateboard trucks, and I chop them all up by hand sculpt them and grind them, and create unique pieces.
All of their hard work helps others. Planet Rooth exhibits benefit local charities.
I'm a community activist. I love San Diego. I love the arts.
When you give people the opportunity to do good and select their own charities, it's pretty amazing to see the driving force behind it and how much they actually accomplish.
Skål min älskling, till vår framgång.
Salut!
I said, cheers sweetheart, this is to our future.
I'm Phoebe Chongchua for Art Pulse TV.
Muito obrigado.
Love you too.